Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about our planets through ascendant series, and today we're going to be talking about Sun in the 12th house in the sign of Virgo for Libra ascendant people, and what happens when Sun rules the 12th or rules the 11th house for Libra ascendant but sits in the 12th house. Because now we're not just talking about Sun in certain sign, Sun in a certain house, we're not combining the two things together. And now the third thing is that Sun rules a certain house. Okay. But as always, if you do not know where your Sun is placed, all the other planetary placements, all the astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction Aspects, and Mahadashas at the Speed of Light, including all my consultations and reading at this link. And make sure to subscribe below, baby. So, for Libra ascendant people, Sun rules the 11th house. Because, why? Because remember, Leo represents royal, regal things, powerful things. Is the house of the king, is the house of the sun. It's the seat of the power. And Libra people love to have powerful connections in their life. Libra people love to have authoritative figures in their life as a backup connection. Libra always loves to enjoy life because it's ruled by Venus. It's the Mool Trikon sign of Venus, the own home of Venus. So Venus is a planet that loves luxury, loves enjoyment and money. They don't really care for the power. Libra people are very liberal people, very compromising people, but they just love to enjoy their luxury and wealth through powerful connections. So if they need something, business is not going well, they need some help here, they can make that connection with the 11th house. That's why it rules up. But remember, because Venus and Sun are enemies, Sun also creates obstruction for Libra ascendant people. Somehow, some way, especially because Sun represents your father, Leo is ruled by Sun, shows somehow, some way for Libra ascendant people, father may become somewhat of an obstacle, regardless of how much you love your father. I actually had many people email me from my last video. Whenever I do my Sun video, they do say that, like, yes, due to my father, I love my father, but he got sick when I was supposed to go to an interview somewhere. And I couldn't go, and I couldn't get that job. So this is why it becomes very important to understand the dynamics of this Bhaddakesh houses, obstruction houses. So 12th house represents and is ruled by Virgo, Mercury. Virgo is the higher self of Mercury. Gemini represents, like, Mercury just wanting to market, sell, talk, write and go into media. Virgo represents the higher self of Mercury. Analytical, logical, statistical, okay, detail-oriented, critical perfectionist. It's like suddenly the prince is now very serious about its business. Virgo naturally represents our health. Virgo represents our ability to digest the harshness of life. Because remember, Virgo is digestive system. This also can represent that you have the ability to digest the hard things in life and able to accept them. And Sun, which represents the father, soul, authorities, government, fame, vitality, energy. It is the light. It's even your eyes, especially your right eye. In the 12th house, in Virgo, first of all, will show that your earnings and your network connections, your professional network connections, will be in foreign places, foreign lands. Here, you will always be criticized by authorities, criticized by the father, which will affect your subconscious mind. All the criticism you accumulate will always kind of subconsciously bother you. And this is where a person will always look for a way to escape that criticism early on in their life. So this Sun can represent somebody who just wants to be isolated, somebody who wants to run away to foreign places, foreign lands, so they don't have to deal with that criticism, deal with the humiliation from authorities or father. But also this Sun shows that one has the ability to be a dedicated worker behind the scenes. Somebody who does not want recognition, somebody who does not want fame. They don't like to be out there getting fame. They just want to work hard so they can fulfill some of their desires. They're very critical of themselves behind the scenes. This shows obviously that your elder sibling went to foreign places, foreign lands for their work. This also shows one will always find themselves, their identity, who they are, when they work in confined spaces like hospitals, asylums, monasteries, sanctuaries, laboratories. Even sun here can show somebody who will earn money by even being like a warden in jail. Or somebody who can become, what do you call those? I don't know, they're not police officer. What do you call it? It's not a warden, but you know those police officers in jail who monitor everybody? Because remember, sun is authority. So here your authoritative shape is dealing in the isolated place. But naturally, early on in your life, because your father wants you to be such a perfectionist, a dedicated worker, a dedicated student, somebody who always pays attention to the details, may damage your ego a bit. You may not want to come out in the public life because you feel like you will be criticized by authorities. You don't want to be on a stage because whoever is judging you, okay, will always somehow point fingers at you. And this also shows one will benefit through any kind of a foreign authority, foreign governments. Because remember, sun rules the 11th house, right, with Leo. 12th house is second from itself, meaning gain of the 11th house. So obviously gain of the 11th house, especially after the age of 25, will be benefited through authorities, will be benefited through government. But the more you work behind the scenes, the more you ignore the fame part, the more you ignore the limelight part, sun just feels very good in those places and positions. But also shows, again, because 12th house represents hospitals, could show father's health may somehow create some sort of an obstacle. Father's addiction may somehow cause some sort of an obstacle in life. Father's absence in foreign places may cause some obstacle in your life. Okay. So this is how you can see and judge this Saturn Sun's position in the 12th house for Libra ascendant people. Okay. So guys, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below if you want to know where your sun is, all your planetary placements, books, reports, consultations. For that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.